Today, we're diving into something called Qdrant. You can think of it as the brain powering a brand new way for AI to search and understand information.
So let me just start with a question. What if your applications could find what you're looking for based on what it means, not just the exact words you type in? I mean, imagine searching for one thing and having the AI find something conceptually similar, even if the words are totally different. That's the core idea we're digging into.
You know, for the longest time, search has been a keyword game. You type healthy recipes, and you get back pages that have the words healthy recipes. Simple enough. But semantic search, that's a whole different ballgame. It actually understands your intent. It knows that nutritious meals and low-calorie dishes are pretty much the same thing you're after. And that right there is a massive shift in how we find things.
Okay, so why do we even need a whole new kind of database for this? I mean, what's wrong with the ones we have? Well, the problem is that traditional databases were built for a totally different world. They weren't designed to think this way.
And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. A classic database is amazing at finding exact matches. You tell it to find every record where the name is Alice, and boom, it finds every single Alice. But ask it if Alicia is a similar name. It has absolutely no clue. It just sees a different string of letters. It can't grasp that kind of nuance, and that nuance is exactly what modern AI needs.
And this is exactly where Qdrant comes into the picture. It's a completely new type of database, a vector database, that was built from the ground up to power this new world of semantic AI. It's the engine that finally understands meaning.
All right, so what is this thing really? Qdrant, and by the way, it's pronounced Quadrant, is an open-source vector database. Its entire purpose in life is to handle these things called vector embeddings. And trust me, these embeddings are the secret sauce to making all this AI-powered search and recommendation actually work. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a human brain. Our brains don't just store facts in isolated little boxes, right? We connect concepts. We know that king is related to queen, royalty, and castle. Qdrant is designed to do pretty much the same thing for AI, building this massive web of understanding between different pieces of data. To really get Qdrant, you have to get vector embeddings. This is the foundational concept. An AI model takes a piece of data, could be a word, a sentence, even an entire image, and it crunches it down into a long list of numbers. That list of numbers is the vector, but it's not random. Think of it like a coordinate on a giant map of meaning. Things with similar meanings get placed close together on this map. So, how does this all come together? Well, you can really break it down into 4 main steps. First, an AI model generates those numerical vectors from your data. Second, Qdrant stores them in what it calls collections. Third, and this is the really clever part, it builds a special index, basically a super fast GPS for that map of meaning we just talked about. And finally, you perform a similarity search, which just uses that GPS to find the closest, most relevant points on the map to your query. All right, so now that we know how it works, let's talk about why developers are choosing it. Let's dig into the core superpowers that make Qdrant not just work, but work incredibly well. When you look at its key features, a few things really jump out. First, it's blazing fast. High performance is not negotiable here. Next is something called rich metadata filtering, which is a huge deal, and we'll get to that in a sec. It also has real-time updates, meaning you can add or change data on the fly without it breaking a sweat. And finally, it scales. You can start small and grow to handle massive applications without a hitch. Okay, so that filtering thing I mentioned, this is where it gets really powerful. It lets you combine 2 different types of search. You can ask Qdrant to find products that are semantically similar to a winter jacket, but only if they're also under $100 and have a 5-star rating. See what I mean? It's not just finding similar items, it's finding similar items that meet your very specific rules. That is a game changer for real-world apps.
And this stuff isn't just theoretical tech sitting in a lab, it's already out there in the wild, powering applications you probably use every single day. So let's look at a few examples.
Recommendation engines are probably the most common example. You know when a streaming service suggests a new song you've never heard but you instantly love it? Or an e-commerce site shows you a product you didn't even know you needed? Yep, there's a good chance a vector database like Qdrant is working behind the scenes, connecting the dots between what you like and other things that are conceptually similar. Another massive use case is making chatbots and LLMs way, way smarter. The biggest weakness of these large language models is that they can't access real-time private info, and sometimes they just make stuff up. Qdrant helps fix that with a technique called RAG. Basically, before the LLM answers your question, Qdrant zips through your company's knowledge base, finds the most relevant documents, and feeds them to the model as context. This stops the model from hallucinating and makes its answers way more accurate. And of course, there's just pure semantic search. Imagine being able to search through thousands of your company's documents or scientific papers, not by keyword, but by asking a conceptual question. Something like, what are our latest findings on renewable energy efficiency? Qdrant is what makes that possible. Now, Qdrant isn't the only player in this space, not by a long shot. So how does it actually stack up against some of the other popular vector databases out there?
When you look at a side-by-side comparison, you can really see where Qdrant shines. I mean, while a lot of them are incredibly fast, Qdrant really gets highlighted for its advanced filtering capabilities and its support for true real-time updates without taking a performance hit. It's that combination of speed and flexibility that's its key differentiator in a pretty crowded market.
So where is all of this heading? Well, the team behind Qdrant has a pretty clear vision, and it's all about rethinking the very nature of how we relate data to other data.
And you can see this vision in their roadmap. They're working on things like multimodal support, which means understanding the relationship between text, images, and audio all at once. They're also pushing for even more speed with GPU acceleration and making that hybrid search even better. The goal here is to make Qdrant the default database for AI.
And this brings us to the final, really provocative thought here. For decades, the gold standard has been the relational database. But Qdrant is proposing a whole new paradigm. The future isn't about relating data by some arbitrary ID in a table. It's about relating data by what it actually means. And that simple idea, well, that could change everything.